Hi, welcome back to NXL E1. This is day 2 action. I'm Matt Falby. I'm joined in the booth once again. I'm lucky to be joined by Logan. Logan Hansel from Shut Up With
Hansel with an O. We're close. One letter away. That's all right.
I call you what
That's
I
all
want.
right. Yeah, I don't really care.
No,
I get called worse by my guys. So.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Logan from Shut Up We're Trying. Played 3 games so far. This one's the most interesting match of the day, I believe.
You're going to see Denver Altitude versus BR Factory right coming up here. Denver Altitude on your left, BR Factory on your right.
Oh.
Denver Altitude 5 alive so far, I believe, or 5 alive for both teams. Both teams up the middle to that all-important snake tower.
Both teams are just in the pocket right now. There goes Denver into the snake. Ooh. They caught him coming in.
Yeah, not a good death.
Perks of having a tall player in that tower.
Man, what is it with you tall players? I'm the short king over here. All right, Denver Altitude decides to drop sideways.
Oh, did this guy get caught too?
Yeah, he may. The pack is getting checked. No, he's clean. So that's number 57 for Denver Altitude. He needs to get out of there. Don't stay in that mini Dorito.
Well, he can go now because that middle guy went up to the wedge.
See if he can get wide and crawl up into that mini brick. Denver Altitude starting to make sideways moves out to the D1 and to the mini temple. They're now into Snake 1, the mini brick. The BR Factory, I think we're still at 5 alive. Did I miss anybody?
No. BR Factory lost 1 already.
All right.
Yep. It's a 4-on-4.
That said, BR Factory is up into this 50 Dorito. He's looking for a cross shot on that back corner mini Dorito. The brick, the mini brick. He's going to choose to place the outside now.
Which way is that middle guy looking? Oh, he's looking at the snake. Now he came back.
They are crossing the 50 over there for BR Factory. It pays immediate dividends dropping that snake tower.
Their Dorito guys don't even know, I don't think.
No, nobody knows it. Weaver has a chance here. If he looks, he's not seeing it. Now he sees it.
Oh.
Catch them on the neck, but I think it's going to be a trade.
Nice
trade. Amazing shooting by both players.
Yep.
That's a cross-field snapshot.
Yeah.
Both players hit each other.
Yep. Normally only one of those people connect.
That's amazing. All right, well, not amazing enough for Altitude. Unfortunately, they're going to lose that first point. BR Factory picking it up. On the backside of this, we're going to watch New York Wrecking Crew versus Brawl. Wrecking Crew coming in 2-0 on the weekend so far. Brawl coming in 1-1.
I was just about to pull up the scores.
No need. I got your back.
He's got him set, man.
Yeah,
he's always ready. Stay strapped over there.
I got to do something right with my job here. All right, Denver Altitude and BR Factory both at 2-0 on the weekend so far.
Man, TPP Crew, their first event in semi-pro, they're 3-1 right now, and good points too.
They looked really good.
Yeah, we learned yesterday morning.
That's right. I'm sorry. How's the salt taste?
What it is.
All right, Wrecking Crew, and I don't want to jinx them, but Wrecking Crew is definitely one of those teams that has a shot at taking this whole season. They were one of the top teams last season, and then with Leverage and Royal City Sea Dogs moving out of the way, Wrecking Crew has got to feel like this is their season.
Ooh, straight up to the middle.
Real aggressive move up the middle. Sloffer doing some work. First player dropping here for Brawl.
And they get a
minor. Oh, that's going to be 2 players left for Brawl. Wrecking Crew's going to lose their first player from that snake tower. Reyes, number 11, duck walking into that snake brick.
Brave. Very brave.
Now they're pushing that D2. This feels like a point that's going out of hand real fast for Brawl. Yeah. Coach is going to towel out of that one.
I think they should have toweled that sooner.
Yeah, you're right. 4 alive. You've got all the 50s. Brawl's just got a couple bodies left.
Yeah.
That would have been fine. All right, we're going to flip back over to BR Factory versus Denver Altitude. BR Factory up by a point.
What's Altitude's record for this so far? 2-1? 3-0?
Altitude is 2-0 coming into this match.
Okay.
Yeah. BR Factory also 2-0. This is a big match for both of them. A
Yeah.
win pretty much guarantees you playoffs.
Yep.
A loss puts you in a real bubble situation.
Yep. But they still got another game after that.
Yep.
So.
30 seconds.
What's their bracket for this? Is this their bracket right here? These 4 teams? Is that their bracket?
I'm going to
got
let
that.
my research.
I got you on that,
my
buddy.
crack research department get on that. While you're taking a look at that, Logan, I'll shout out to
Rankings.
pbwarehouse.com. pbwarehouse.com, a locally owned field and store up there in New England. Doing great work with the community. Check them out. They're always on top of the newest goggle drops and some of the butt packs you can't get anywhere else.
So this match is a split between A and B, both
Okay.
brackets.
This is your out-of-pool game. All right. BR Factory, very aggressive
Oh
up
my
that
God,
Dorito
are they in the
side.
50 now?
Yeah.
He is now.
It worked for them last game. They had a great push up that Dorito side. They're going to try to do it
Yep.
again.
There's 1 kill. About to be 2.
Oh my God, it's falling apart fast. for
3.
altitude. It's just a wave of bodies like a ship going down. They're jumping over the railings.
Yep, that's kill 3.
No, it's 3. Yeah, they're calling kill 2. They're wrong. It's 3. It's
And
4.
there's
It's
4.
5.
Yep.
Concede.
Woof.
BR is on that
Wolf.
Dorito side, man.
Point approved.
That is a move that got them to the 50. Altitude had no idea, and when they have no idea you're in a 50, it's
You're
just,
screwed.
it's just hunting season.
There's not enough time to react to it.
Yeah, it's just a machine gun in front of a crop of feral pigs. Not calling altitude feral pigs, but you know what I mean.
Pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could have slapped some pigs in a blanket this morning. That would have been nice.
That's your breakfast routine? That's the nutrition program?
Hey,
Shut
look,
up, we're trying
those
on
are the
top?
best snacks. I'm not gonna lie. So like, we drove here. We left Wednesday night at like 8 o'clock. But before we left, I made a tray of pigs in a blanket, and I took them with us. And like, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm driving. I'm like,
This is,
use a snack.
this is happening.
Oh, and they hit so perfect.
Hey, you got my support. You wrap anything in carbs, and I'm in for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Logan, ABC, always be carb loading. That's
Hell
my
yeah.
motto. You never know if you're going to have to do something athletic.
That's so true. You might have to run from the cops, or
You should be carb loading
jump a fence.
24/7. All right, Brawl on your left. They're down by a point to New York Wrecking Crew. Brawl needs a bounce back point here.
Wrecking Crew's 4 guns up.
Oh, I think they caught the snake dive. Yep, they did. Brawl's going to lose 2 players on the
2.
breakout.
Yikes.
They're
They're
in a,
trapped in that pocket, and they're not going to let them out.
they're in a real pot. Well, they managed
Oh.
to get out to the mini temple. That's something. But they are still in an awful pocket situation with only 3 players left alive for Brawl. That was not an aggressive breakout from Brawl either to be losing that player. They did lose their snake runner. That was a bit aggressive. Here you go, Brawl
Oof.
into the snake now. Is this playing surface sticky? What
Yeah.
I mean by that is I'm seeing dives that do not result in slides.
So here's the thing. When you dive on this stuff, if you come in low and push off, it'll slide a little bit.
Yep.
But if you just take a jump and leap, you're sticking and you're bouncing off the ground.
Yeah,
and it's not comfortable. It hurts.
No, I'm surprised I'm not seeing more scorpions.
Yeah.
The back legs come up over the head.
Yeah.
All right, Wrecking Crew now into the Snake 3 themselves. Brawl in Snake 1, not a great. Snake 1 is not
Why
a
would
great
he come
one for
off of
playoff.
that? He knows he's in there and he just
Yeah.
comes off. Yep.
There it is. He's going to take a walk. That leaves
For
us
no reason. He's letting him shoot him.
all the hopes and dreams of Brawl rely on the Snake player. It's not going to work. He's number 2 is out. That leaves just their mini temple. Again, I wouldn't blame them. Towel out. There
There
it
he
is.
goes.
Towel out.
Concede. Point approved.
Wrecking Crew is just coming in and, dare I say, wrecking house.
Well, actually, Wrecking Crew, we're in Tampa. They got the crew.
Oh, that's right. We're looking at
Yeah.
Raymond James Stadium in the background. If you can make it out, I guess that's like a fan section kind of thing, the crew.
I think so.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah. Man, we should have figured out a way like 2 weeks ago to get some of the Buccaneers players out here. See Baker Mayfield out here watching some paintball.
Does he play?
No, he doesn't play.
Oh.
He's a multi-million-dollar quarterback. You think he's playing paintball?
You know what? A lot of those NFL contracts are very specific about what you're allowed to
yeah.
do in the offseason.
Yeah.
By the way, this is many, many years ago, and yes, I'm very old, but at Pittsburgh Open, NPPL way back in the day, a team called the Steel City Rollers jumped in to play, and they were a bunch of Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really?
Like Levon Kirkland. I don't know if these are names that mean anything to anybody but old NFL fans, but it was shocking to see the size of these NFL players.
Just running down the field.
Like, oh my dear
Mowing them
God.
down.
Dear God.
I wonder if they think paintball's hurt. Like, I wonder if
No,
I don't know.
No.
Getting hit by a human being is different than
Yeah.
getting hit by paintball.
Yeah, it's
so
different.
They probably do just eat it.
Ooh, I think Denver altitude player takes a bounce off of his head into the mini temple. 57, moving up the middle. Good news for altitude. They didn't lose players on the break. This is at least a good start. They are sure. Number 57 is going to stay locked onto that Dorito side. They are not going to let BR Factory blow them up from the Doritos again. They have learned their lesson on that one.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
If not, fire your coach. But right now the coach has told them, don't let them move up that Dorito side. Still 5-on-5. Altitude communication doing a good job coming from that snake tower, moving backwards and outwards.
I wonder why that Dorito player for Denver is playing so slow. I don't see anybody shooting at him besides maybe the back center.
Maybe the first two games got them a little bit.
That's a minor. Yeah,
Oh,
I knew
no.
that was coming.
Oh.
He got shot, came down. They called him out. There's the minor. They don't wait on this field.
No,
They do not wait.
This reffing crew, you have got to call yourself out to avoid a minor.
Yeah. Even if they see it, they're waiting for you to call yourself out.
All right, altitude player going to drop back, not to the mini Dorito. Why do they do it? Why do they do it? I don't understand. And he drops back to his death. That mini Dorito is not the answer. Snake corner mini Dorito. If you were listening to the sound of my voice and you're playing paintball this weekend, don't go to it as a defensive position. It is awful. All right, Denver altitude, to their credit, had a good start there. That point went better. I know they didn't win it, but that point went a lot better for them than the first.
Yeah,
couple
they had
points.
5 alive off the break. They were just playing super slow on that D side over there.
Yeah.
They're letting BR come to them every time.
They did a good job stopping that Dorito push. That said, BR Factory, if they're playing mind games, they should know to not also take big risks on the Dorito side at this point.
After that one.
Yeah, because altitude's gonna counter that.
Is this a mosquito?
It is Florida.
Oh, yeah, we're in Florida.
That's known to be a thing.
I keep thinking we're up north for some reason. I don't know why.
So I just came back from a week in Costa Rica as a vacation. Do you know they don't have mosquitoes? They don't have mosquitoes.
How do they not have mosquitoes?
I don't know. I don't know if
Isn't it like a tropical place?
It is. I don't know if they have like anti-aircraft batteries taking them out at the borders, but there's no
got
mosquitoes.
drones. They got drones.
All right, Wrecking Crew on your left. So far, they've had their way. They're going to lose their first player going up the middle, though.
So
2 players. This is big for
Brawl.
Brawl.
Brawl just the guy going to the Dorito running gun all the way to the Doritos won.
Two kills immediately for Brawl. Wrecking Crew on their back foot now.
There goes Lance. He's finally launching.
They might be losing their home, too. Nope. Brawl into the snake. Snake 2. Now into snake corner. Snake tower. There we go. Up at the 50. He's going to take the home. This is Brawl's point. That was a fantastic bounce back point for Brawl.
They do better when they attack.
That's a huge confidence builder.
Hence the name Brawl.
Brawl.
they got to go fight.
Yeah, they're not long ballers.
They got to go fight.
To be honest, for Brawl, the game changer was shooting both Wrecking Crew players going up the middle.
I mean, yeah.
That was an instant. We're going to win this point now.
Taking 2 players off the break is
it's
great. It's awesome.
And as a coach, you know every team is going to send bodies to that snake tower. It's an automatic take. So find your counter to it and just keep putting that counter out there.
Yep.
Well done. All right. BR Factory dominant so far over Denver altitude, coming out with 11 minutes back on the clock. Altitude has to be a little bit worried about being mercied out of here now. If they lose another point, they'll be on the brink.
Your phone looks like it could survive like an earthquake and a tornado and a hurricane. And
I'm an abusive person to my phone.
A 4-year-old.
Yeah, I'm abusive to my phone.
Dude,
so
look at this. This is bad. My phone's just destroyed.
You're part of the generation that buys phones pre-cracked, I believe, with screens already shattered.
Pretty much. I bought the most expensive Apple case. I was like, you know what? I'll take a brand new phone every month.
yeah, good point.
Oh, we got him. He got him coming up. That was a nice shot.
Great push up the middle by BR Factory. They're going to lose their first player out of that standing wedge. Ooh, took a few extras on the way out.
Made him regret going there.
A little bit of a drop back by number 5 here for BR Factory.
4 on 4.
to the very rarely used Dorito side middle tower. That bunker still has a new bunker smell to it because nobody's been using it. BR Factory a little more conservative. They can afford to be conservative. They're up 3-0. There's a hell of a lot of clock to kill. Altitude Snake Tower. He's locked onto that mini temple. He's not going to allow BR Factory to take the snake. BR Factory, I'm sorry, Altitude does have a player in the mini temple, the snake insert bunker. They have an opportunity here. If he can just get gun dominance for a second, he can make his bump.
Takes it.
There you go. BR Factory also slides up to D2.
Now this baby corner over here just needs to get in the snake and nobody can stop him. He can go all the way.
So, I want to see him move because I don't want to stay there. Denver Altitude pushes up into the D3, trying to counter what BR Factory's doing over there.
I think I found myself in that baby corner probably 6 times today.
It's awful.
Especially being 6'2", man. It ain't fun.
Looks like we have a trade between the Altitude and maybe
they filled that 50 again.
Yeah, the BR player lived through that. And now he's going to die.
Dead.
BR Factory also tries to push up the left side in the middle of the field. He's going to walk. BR Factory making some mistakes here. This gives Altitude a chance to maybe climb back into this match. I think we just have the home and the mini temple, the snake insert.
Yeah, there are only 2.
For BR Factory. What do we have over there for Altitude?
The guy just moved up to the center, I believe. They got a snake corner, and I want to say a Dorito 2. I think they have 3 bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorito 2, middle, and snake corner.
Yep, 3 bodies.
Yep.
Looks like we got a little bit of gun surgery, though, going on for number 20 here of Denver Altitude in the snake corner.
Looks like he's shot right here on the shoulder, but I'm going to guess it's Rob. Otherwise.
He's out of paint.
Yeah.
Look at his butt pack. Number 2 for Denver Altitude up the middle. He's out of paint. He keeps checking his pack. There's nothing there, my friend.
Oh, now it's 2-on-2.
Yeah. Nope. They take the home player. There you go. The Altitude player is going to be a minor. Minor on BR Factory.
Huh?
I'm not sure why that's a minor.
Yeah, they would start with 4 the next point. That's
okay.
For sure.
That was a fantastic. Everything for Denver Altitude went right.
Hopefully they capitalize on this 5-on-4 in the next point.
They're going to win a point, and they're going to start with a body up situation. Nice. All right, congrats to Denver Altitude. Also, Brawl, great last point. They're right back in this match, 1-2, 12 minutes on the clock.
Sester, Dahl, who's that? Colson and Rudy.
On the other hand, I'm just the mental side of things. Could you see Wrecking Crew getting pissed off by that last point and coming out here absolutely on fire by this point?
Uh-huh.
But Brawl may be walking absolutely into a shredder on this one. I hope not. I hope they give us a great point.
I want to see 4 people each on both teams die one-on-one. I just want to see another one-on-one. That's what entertainment.
Good for our ratings.
Interesting, boys.
Yeah, good for our ratings, too.
10 seconds.
Well, if I'm Brawl, whatever I did shooting up the middle to take those tower runners, I'm going to do that again.
Well, Wrecking Crew let the Dorito guy run and gun all the way last time. Oh, they shot him.
Yeah, they lost. Brawl loses their first player. They do get into Dorito alive. I think we're still 5 alive over here for Wrecking Crew.
Oh, they both matched the kills. Yep. 44.
Dorito player for Brawl making the move. Passing D2, passing D3, right into the D50. Good move. Does Wrecking Crew pick up on it, though? That Snake Tower's in a lot of trouble if he doesn't know that brick is hot. Wrecking Crew pushing the snake now. Brawl with no snake presence at the moment. There you go. The snake tower is going to drop for Wrecking Crew. First damage done by that Dorito brick. New York Wrecking Crew doubles it. They're going to lose their home. They're double up in snake.
So there's only 2 in the snake.
Yeah,
There's
this is not a good place in this situation. This is a point right in Brawl's laps. They can win this thing. Yeah, the New York Wrecking Crew's running out of options over here in the snake. They're going to lose their both snake players at the same time.
They just both. Yep. Nice guy. Nice job.
Wow, good work by Brawl. After those first 2 points by Wrecking Crew, did you see this coming? This kind of tying up twice by Brawl?
Brawl's a gritty team.
Yeah.
They know how to play fast. They know how to play mean. They know how to have a dogfight in a game. They've had a rough couple past years, I believe, but they have a good crew.
Well, it's showing. They're playing one of the best teams in the league right now. A team that has potential to take a pro spot by the end of this year.
Brawl plays out of
bringing it.
New Jersey, or
sure, we'll go with that.
It's up north because I know Lance plays with them, which is an up north. I don't know who else plays with Brawl.
There's a hell of a lot of teams coming out of that Jersey area.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hotbed for.
I'm about to have to move up there to Delaware and Philly area here in June.
Oh, you're moving?
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
Texas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why you move?
Remember at Cup you told me about the 3 C's that you quit paintball?
Yes.
Yeah.
College, career, and kids.
Yeah. Well,
children.
Number 3.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It will change your life.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. Oh, I think I'm ready.
You're never ready.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
So they have 4, right? Yeah.
All right, here we go.
4.
Altitude up by a
Oh,
body.
they got 3. They killed one off the break.
Nice.
This point has to go in favor for Altitude now. They got to capitalize on this.
Altitude up 5-3.
Kill 2.
Altitude still kind of stuck in pocket play. Their first.
They have so much time. Take your time.
Yeah.
Just get the point. You don't have to rush anything.
Altitude pushing out that Dorito, now doubling up the middle. For BR Factory, they needed to get some kills during that movement phase.
Oh,
for
we got
Altitude.
the kill.
It didn't work. There you go. All right, that's a body trade, though.
So
That's
now
still,
it's 4-on-2.
yeah, that's still advantage Altitude. Get a little bit of movement up that Dorito side, but Denver Altitude. Plenty of time. There's no reason to take stupid risks.
This
They're
guy
gonna
over here needs to get in the snake. I don't know what he's doing. The guy's not even shooting at him.
Yeah, you're right.
Nobody is
There's
shooting
nothing
at him.
coming back at him.
He can keep his gun up the whole time, too.
Yep. Now, that said, Altitude doesn't have any other presence over here on the snake side, so maybe he's just playing conservative to not.
Yeah, he's just keeping his guy in his
Yeah.
heads up. He's not letting him go.
Good communication by BR Factory. There's just 2 players left. They better be able to communicate. They're right in the same back line. Double their mini temples. Denver Altitude doing a drop back. That's not what I expect to see in a 4-on-2 situation.
He's trying to come over here with the snake guy. Yep. Exactly.
There you go. Yeah,
he was
point.
like, "What's stopping you?"
Let's back you up.
And he basically said, "Nothing's stopping me." There it goes.
Take a look at the butt pack, though. Again, he's down to 1 pod for Denver Altitude. That should be enough to finish this out, but
At practice, I started playing that Snakeside Tower, and I was sitting there dropping like 8 pods a point.
Oh
So
my
this
God.
entire tournament, I've been carrying 10.
jeez,
And then these points are going so fast, I think I get dropped like 4 or 5.
you're going to drop back down. Yeah.
Sometimes I got down to 1 pod yesterday, but that was a long, long point. So we got a 2-1 game. It's 5.5 left. That's 6 more points right there.
So we're going to go, we're going to go to 2-3, 1-point game. Honestly, great work by Denver Altitude. Again, same thing as the other match. I expected to see kind of a blowout after the first couple points, but Altitude's put the brakes on that.
This layout, even if you're a bad team, you can still get points on the board really quickly. You just got to play like it.
And I am not calling Denver Altitude a bad team.
No,
so
no,
congratulations.
no. Me neither. Me neither, boys. Not talking crap.
I'm stepping out of this one. Like, well, he's on his own.
No.
Logan does not represent the interests of Comp Sports, NXL, or the webcast.
I'm just here so I don't get fined, all right?
Yeah, fined by the league. Who was that? That was, what's his name?
Marshawn
Beast.
Lynch, I
Yeah,
think,
Marshawn
yeah.
Lynch, Beast for
He's
Seattle.
a funny cat.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
All right, well, here we go. New York Wrecking Crew tied up, a surprising tied up situation.
Look at the time.
Brawl make, oh my God, 10
10
and a half.
and a half minutes on the clock.
I have to think that kind of favors New York Wrecking Crew.
I agree.
Yeah. If I'm Brawl, I would love to kill all the clock and be in 2-2 late in the game.
Oh, for sure. 2-2 and having a full game left is not fun.
Yeah.
You know it's going to be a deep game then.
All right, Wrecking Crew 5 alive. They doubled up that Snake Tower. Surprising risk they're taking considering, oh, yeah, and the first guy drops in the tower.
Oh, they don't know Wrecking Crew's in the snake.
A little bit of a pause by Wolfson.
Now they know. Oh, he's about to get caught right here.
Oh, there you go. Nice shooting by Rolfson.
Towel, good towel. He was almost getting caught by that bounce shot.
Yeah, good.
That thing's deadly.
Good bounce back point for New York Wrecking Crew.
The nice thing about having such a deep roster like Wrecking Crew is they have the bodies that can fill every spot. If you need a 1, they got him. You need a 3, they got him. You need a 2, they got all of it.
Gone are the really, really old days where you could be a specialist player that only did one job. I mean, way back in, I'm going to do the whole back of my day. But there was a period in paintball, especially in 10-man, where you could say, I'm just a back player. That's all I am, or I'm just a front player.
For sure.
It's not the case
this
anymore.
is an embarrassing story.
We definitely need to hear it then.
The first NXL tournament I ever played, it was a 10-man. And this was when it was like 10-man open. It was like Greg Sewers, Damien was playing, a bunch of others from Ironman. They got knocked out. They came in, they played the Plum Life and Ironman team. First game, I dive into the snake. I hear so much paint come at it. I'm like 12, 13. I take a ball, smash it on my loader, call myself out.
No.
I swear to God. I was so scared. I was literally like pissing my pants off.
At that age, it's understandable.
Yeah, it was so scary. It was so bad. My teammate Brandon, he used to, like, we would do one-on-ones at practice, and he will literally shoot me or shoot at me while I'm playing a one-on-one, so I get like learning over my feet.
Yeah, get it out of the system.
Yeah.
All right, well, Altitude's starting to drop players. That's advantage BR Factory. BR Factory 5 alive.
Another 4 alive. They lost one on the D side.
All right, there we go. 4-4.
I feel like that's consistent for this match, especially there. When the one person gets a kill, they lose another one right after. Just like the dominoes.
There's a quick trade. All right, BR Factory, little settled in. I expect to see that Dorito side push, though, for BR Factory. I don't think he's going to stay there for long. There you go. They're up 4-on-3. Move up to the D3, though, by Denver Altitude. No, Rios can't get away with that drop back into the snake. Denver, they're losing another player on that Dorito side for BR Factory. Altitude's going to climb back into this match. I think they're going to tie it up 3-3. There it is.
That's kill 5.
Yeah, they don't know it yet, but that is. Barry's just going to try to close it out. Wow, we are seeing some scrappy climb back into game stuff here.
I think this layout is, I hate it still, I'm not going to lie, but this is a very good first tournament scrappy paintball layout.
Yeah.
I think this is what they want, because like Vegas was the same way. It was just scrappy paintball. I think the first event's always a good little scrappy paintball, and then, we get to Chicago, and it's either a really fast snake side or it's just zones. This is scrappy paintball.
Yep. You can do a lot of damage real fast with all the vision blockers in the middle.
Yep.
Speaking of vision blockers, if you need a new set of goggles, go check out pvwarehouse.com. That's called a segue. That's what professionals do.
Should be on the news, man. They got to get you a talk show.
Oh, I will be on the news, but on the wrong side of the camera someday. more of an arrest conviction kind of thing. That's what I predict. But thank you to pbwarehouse.com for sponsoring this broadcast. We appreciate it. These sponsors make it possible for this webcast to happen. So if you're watching this at home and you get a chance, support those sponsors, because without them, you won't get to watch webcasts like this. Go to pbwarehouse.com. Check out what they got for you. New set of goggles, some build-your-own butt pack situations with JT over there. Give him a chance.
It's good to see number 222, Lance, over here getting some more spins. He has a rough event here and there, but when he's on, he's on.
Yep.
And that mother trucker is fast.
DeJesus playing a lot of Snake, I believe.
Yeah, He's a fast guy. 4 or 5 guns up for Wrecking Four? 4 guns up Wrecking Crew.
Brawl's going to lose a Dorito player on the run out.
Again, he's got
the problem is he paused. He didn't run and dive. He got kind of behind D1, and then he stood there kind of shooting. Mm-hmm. That's his own fault. He should have just gotten his head down. So Brawl has lost 2 players now.
Let's see if we get a penalty over here. Nope, no penalty.
So 4-on-3 advantage here for Wrecking Crew.
And they're in the 50.
Yeah, that is not good for Brawl. His first victim is going to be that mini temple. His next victim is going to be home.
And there it is.
Butt packed so far. Oh, there's the towel.
Point approved.
All right, you're moving to Jersey. What football team are you going to select to be a supporter of?
Oh.
Don't say Jets. Don't you dare say Jets.
No, not the Jets. No. I'm going to say Philly.
Okay.
Because, one, the Philly is a good team.
Yep, welcome to the bandwagon.
And they're a very talk shit, have fun kind of team. And I like that.
That's true.
I enjoy that. It makes for a fun entertainment. But
Logan's going to become an Eagles fan. Let me give you a pro tip as an Eagles fan. You want to go ahead and wrap that battery in snow and then start throwing it as opposing fans. That's another Philly special there.
Okay.
Their fans are known for being a little rough.
I used to be a Green Bay Packer fan when I was younger, but that's only because I won a bet.
Yeah.
And then once we lost to Rodgers, I was like, all right, no more Green Bay.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
big
done.
loss. All right, here we go. Altitude versus BR Factory. Tied up 3-3. 4 minutes on the clock. Altitude into the snake on the breakout. That is a...
Oh, they just killed 2 over here. Altitude killed 2 for BR going to that same bunker. So it's a 5-on-3.
Despite the early struggles, Altitude is doing a great job bouncing back this match. BR Factory is up there in that Dorito
5-on-2. Man, they obliterated him going to the middle.
I don't know if Altitude picked up on that movement up the Dorito side, though, for BR Factory. That represents a chance to get some quick kills.
They're forgetting to watch that D side.
Yeah, considering how much they've gotten punished from that D side, that's kind of amazing. Oh, there's the towel out.
Cool.
Wow. What a comeback story by Denver Altitude. They're going to be up 4-3 over BR Factory. This is huge. Yep.
Did you see what happened yesterday during the Dallas Vibe and Sicarios game?
Siricatos? Specifically what?
When they threw a major, pulled the wrong bodies.
Yeah.
And then they put the bodies back out there in a 2-on-4.
Yes. You're going to get a defense from me of the reffing staff. Reffing staff totally blew that call.
Sure.
However, unlike a lot of reffing staffs I've seen, this reffing staff goes, well, let's look at it, and let's get it right, and let's figure it out, and let's fix it.
Yeah.
I've been on a lot of reffing staffs that will go, no, bro, don't tell them we made the right call. Just make something up, and let's just move on. We don't want to admit that we made the wrong call.
Yeah.
I
liked that they were honest, but that should have just been a no point.
It was rough. It was a rough situation. All right, Wrecking Crew up 4-2, looking to put this thing away. 9 minutes on the clock. Oh, Brawl losing their first player out of the snake side.
Better be careful, Lance. Get a talking penalty. They'll throw it.
All right.
Don't hesitate.
2 Brawl players off. Wrecking Crew looking to take control of this match. However, there's going to be a penalty. Wrecking Crew's going to lose their home player and another body beside.
So it's a 3-on-3 now. Oh,
yeah.
3-on-2 now. They lost their back center guy.
Oh, no.
Why would you towel that? It's a 3-on-2.
Who toweled that?
Brawl.
Oh, my God.
Why would they towel that? It's a 3-on-2.
They didn't see the penalty. That coach was a little bit too fast on the towel. He didn't see the penalty go up. He didn't know the situation at that moment. He knew the situation 3 seconds before the towel was hit. He didn't know it at the time. Oh,
Dang.
that is brutal. Hey, Denver Altitude, in a couple days you're going to be at home. I'm sorry, not the Altitude Brawl. In a couple days you're going to be at home watching this broadcast. Just skip over the last 30 seconds. You do not want to see that again.
They're going to watch it tonight.
Oh, just go to dinner. Don't go back to the hotel and watch this, because that is going to be brutal to realize. You know, what this European reffing crew traditionally has done is when one ref throws a flag, all the refs throw a flag to show
Same time.
it. Yeah. That didn't happen that time.
Yeah. Normally they're pretty on that.
Actually, I'll say I've seen it less. The last few years, this European reffing crew, you'd see one flag go up, you'd see 10 flags go up at the same time. They're not doing that as much this year.
I think it's because they're each throwing their own flag for each game, so they're just like, I better keep mine in my pocket.
I think it was causing confusion amongst American players that don't see that style of reffing. Mm-hmm. So you'd see four reds go up, or 4 yellows.
They got 4 yellows.
Yeah, and you'd be like, oh my God.
The whole team got penalties.
They're penalized.
They start down -2.
They've been penalized right back onto the plane home.
3-point.
All right, Altitude. Really bad start to this match and a really great comeback. So they're up 4-3 over BR Factory. BR Factory maybe needs a little more of that Dorito side magic that was so good for them in the beginning. Once again, thank you to pbwarehouse.com for sponsoring us. If you're in need of any new equipment, go give them a check out, pbwarehouse.com. There we go. BR Factory 5 alive. They are in D1, instantly into D2. Denver Altitude losing their first player off that back line. Advantage BR both in bodies and position. They're going to lose their home. No, home is going to bounce out for Denver Altitude to the snake insert. It was an ugly bump. That's why I thought he was getting killed, but he's in. All right, 5-on-4 advantage. BR Factory now into the snake. Things are getting worse here for Denver Altitude, whether they know it or not. Altitude is putting pressure into the snake, but I think it's almost a we think there might be a player there kind of pressure. Snake player for BR Factory getting back up now at the mini temple. That's Semic. Semic playing it a little bit slow. Still 5-on-4 advantage BR. We've hit that kind of point of the game where things slow down a little bit. Players start trying to figure it out. BR Factory pushes up the middle of that standing wedge. Now they're into the S3. BR Factory slowly squeezing down on this one.
Ooh, they're playing that middle can.
That's unusual.
Risky, but I mean, hey, if it pays off.
That is very unusual. I think that's the second time I've seen it all weekend.
I saw it a lot in the women's division yesterday. They were liking that middle can.
Zimic, number 24 here for BR, trying to figure out the situation. He's talking to his buddies. Denver Altitude counters by making a move out to this. No, Denver Altitude's going to lose 2 players almost at the same time. Should be down to just 2 alive for Altitude.
Oh, man, that time came down fast.
Yeah, that slipped by me, too. Altitude is not going to hold on to this one. BR Factory is going to tie it up. We're going to be under 50. Very high likelihood that we're going to end up in overtime.
Why would they put more time? Why would they hit the buzzer?
Maybe they think they can pull out a 48
Oh, that's BR. That's BR.
Yeah. So they're tied it up.
Yeah.
You can make an argument.
I was thinking Denver was the team that was winning that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for BR, you can make an argument either way. Either run the clock down
or
and just go straight to overtime, or if you think you can win it in 48 seconds.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think you can. Yeah, you can. We've seen a 50-second point already today.
Shock had like 25 seconds, I think, to come back on us by 2. And they made it to the box, but they were dead. But they were on our side of the field in like 9 seconds.
Jeez.
They were coming. They were coming fast.
9 seconds?
Yeah, they were running us down at 9 seconds.
Wow.
I was like, jeez.
But with hits?
Some of them.
Yeah, but with hits. You can run the length of this field. Probably not clean, but you can run the length of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm shooting in the back center. I wrap inside, and I'm like, well, they're right in front of us, so I'm out.
This time you did not take a ball out of your hopper and smash it against yourself, though.
No.
Right? Okay.
No, I took the ear hole shot.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, Brawl in an awful situation. They're down by 3 points, about 8 on the clock. Brawl 5 alive. Good news for them. 5 alive, both teams. Big early move by Wrecking Crew up that
Are they in the
Dorito
50
side.
already?
Yeah, they're crossing it.
Oh, no, he's dead.
Yeah,
That's Slofer over there. He's dead, right?
All right, small advantage for Brawl. They're up 5 on 4. Wrecking Crew into the snake. Brawl starting to push that Dorito side. They're up to D2. Brawl moving sideways into this snake corner mini Dorito. I'd like to see him. Oh, no, he's going to die out of it.
Oh, man.
I was just about to say, I'd like to see him only use his staging and getting out of there in the snake because you don't want to stay there. And sure enough, he dies out of it. So we're back to 4 on 4. Brawl now pushing the Dorito side. They're up to D3.
This snake guy's inside set up on that, I believe. Well, not anymore.
Ref running in over on that New York Wrecking Crew side. That's never good as a player when you see a ref sprinting towards you. I think it's just.
I had my guy shot me earlier because I got shot in the pack on a bounce shot, and he looks at me. He goes, "Yeah, get out, shoots me." And I'm like, "Okay, I am dead."
Logan was not going to miss an opportunity in the air to call out a teammate for shooting him.
I've done it before.
Yeah, we've all done it.
I've smoked my my snake player before because he got shot in the back. I'm like, "Nope, you're dead."
Yeah, get out of there. All right, number 25 here for Wrecking Crew taking that 50 brick.
He's been getting a lot. He's gotten about 4 spins back to back, I believe.
Yeah, Rolfson's doing good work.
Is it Rolfson or Colson?
That's Rolfson.
Rolfson.
Yeah, with an R.
Unique.
I'm assuming Scandinavian.
I don't even know where that is.
Sweden, Norway, kind of area.
Where all the pretty ladies are.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right, Rolfson's about to do some damage. The snake tower is not aware of him being in the 50. Now he knows. There it is. Brawl continuing to push that Dorito side.
He's dead, yep.
Rolfson's going to take a walk. New York Wrecking Crew reacts by dropping back to their snake insert mini temple. I would say this point is going well for Brawl. The only thing that's not going well for them is there's a lot of clock bleeding off. And they're down by 3 points. They need quick points. Run through? No. Is that a dead player or a run through?
He's dead.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a dead player. Dead Wrecking Crew player running down.
I saw Colton streaking through too. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
What just happened?
Home player for Wrecking Crew trying to hold it together.
2 left for Crew.
Yeah. They got that snake insert mini temple in the home. Brawl trying to finish it out. Brawl into the snake now. Home is going to, for Wrecking Crew, is going to dive out to the other mini temple. Ooh. Hunt blows up that mini Dorito for Wrecking Crew. And that should be it.
Good capitalization for Brawl.
Yeah. So Brawl is going to bring it back to 3 on 5. Again, if I'm going to complain, it's that Brawl took a little bit too long to do that. But they're still good. They're going to have about 2 points to cover in 5 minutes. That's plenty. Brawl pit's pumped up. All right. You've just entered crazy time. It's 4-on-4 with 48 seconds on the clock. Let's find out. You're going to find out in the first.
How much you want to bet?
You're going to find out in the first 5 seconds of the game whether a team intends to win this or they're just happy to cross up.
I think Brawl's going to go for it. Or not Brawl. I think Denver's going for it. Yeah.
You know what? If I was Denver, I would.
I would too.
I
would have one guy in the back not die, and then everybody else goes for it.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
But I would probably be wrong, and I'd probably be the one to get shot.
This is why you
don't
and I
do
are
what I
not
say.
coaching.
Yeah,
We've got headsets
don't
on.
do what I say.
20 seconds.
All right, tied up. There's a chance for drama here. There's a good chance that we're just going to push to overtime. But like I said, if you're watching this, watch what happens the first 5 seconds. You're going to find out very quick which team wants to win it. Denver's looking like they're running.
They tripled the back center for altitude?
So altitude's
BR?
BR's
Maybe not.
on defensive. Altitude's on a little bit more offensive mode. But they're not running. They've stopped. So that's it. This is going to go to time.
They're not playing to win. Nobody is.
Altitude took some big runs on the breakout, but then stopped. With 48 seconds,
They killed one over here.
It's not enough.
25.
There's 20 seconds on the clock. Altitude loses 2 players up the middle. And
they got
a
a
minor. Do penalties carry from regular into overtime?
Say it again?
This match is going to overtime.
I don't think so. I think it starts over because they put new time on the clock. I don't think it starts down bodies in overtime.
We have not too far from us. We have Mikael, our ultimate ref from this field. I'm going to ask him that, just as a theoretical question.
No points.
You think I would know since I've taken the ref test, but
Mikael, I have a question. Do penalties carry over from regular into overtime? So if a team has to play down a body at the end of regulation, overtime, it would carry over. Okay, thank you. Just curious.
good to know.
There we go. We got our answer. I talked to Mikael.
Good to know.
Yeah, so just if you're at the end of regulation, don't feel like penalties are free. They will carry over into overtime.
I at a local series in Texas, Henman's League, I think.
Yep.
I know all those guys, and I know when we get a penalty that the refs are coming to pull me. So if I see a penalty and the guy's next to me,
run?
I run.
You
And
start running? I've done
I
it.
have literally run past the ref. He's reaching out to grab me, and I run right past him and I shoot somebody just to make sure.
I absolutely believe it. I'll do the same thing. I'll leave some other teammate to take that penalty. I'm getting the hell out of there.
I'm hiding.
So one
running.
of my favorite kills I got in the last few years was I was playing a tournament at the old Fox 4 Paintball in Massachusetts, and we were both up at the 50. Me and my buddy Brett. I look over. Brett's got a butt pack hit, and I'm like, Brett, get out! Brett, get out! Like, Brett, you got to get out of here. And Brett's not listening to me, so I'm like, you know what? If he gets caught with his butt pack hit, I'm the one that's going to die.
I'm not taking the rap.
I just turned and just ripped him apart from about 10 feet away.
Yeah.
I ripped the hell out of my teammate just to get him off the field.
We played Wrecking Crew at Texas, I think 2 years ago. On the first point, I go shooting for the snake. He doesn't go. I see Brandon get shot. The ref's coming to check him. I pull my gun. I rip him. I'm watching the guy in the snake go from the insert to the snake, and I'm like, well, I shot somebody.
I did my job.
Wasn't the right guy.
All right, Wrecking Crew up by a couple points. There's almost 5 minutes on the clock. Still
there's still so much time.
Still hope for Brawl. Oh, Wrecking Crew's going to lose 2 bodies off the break, 3 bodies off the break. That's
Good
huge.
shooting. Good shooting.
Huge for Brawl.
And Brawl loses 1, maybe
Yep.
2.
1? Yeah, 2.
There goes the Dorito guy streaking over there.
So 3 on 2.
So it's a 2-on-3?
Yeah, it should be a 3 on 2 in favor of Brawl.
And Brawl has 2 people over there in the Doritos. Oh, now they have 1 guy in the Doritos. Now it's a 3-on-3.
2 on 2?
Yeah,
no.
2-on-2.
Wait, I'm seeing 2 Brawl bodies walk off. And now a New York Wrecking Crew. We might be in a 1-on-1. Are we in a 1-on-1?
It's a 2-on-2. 2-on-1 now. Dorito and the mini temple guy. Why would they tell that? Brawl won the point, right? Why would you?
No, Wrecking Crew. It's
a 1-on-1.
I think likely there's something you and I are not seeing.
No, it was a 2-on-1.
Oof. Was Brawl also the team that toweled out earlier right after? Yeah, that's right. Oof. Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot to AlabamaPaintball.com for sponsoring this. If you're in that area and you want to try out paintball, go down there, check them out. A few different fields. They do a lot of different events. Thank you for sponsoring this webcast, and if you can, help them out. Go check them out. Brawl, if you're listening to me, please don't watch this webcast.
I didn't see if that Dorito guy got shot, but it was a 3-on-3, and then Brawl lost at least one, so it might have been at minimum that last point was a 1-on-1. And they toweled it.
Yeah. If that's the case, that's a rough towel. I don't see the Brawl pit upset right now, so maybe there's something we're missing. All right. This game knotted up 4-4. We are in overtime now.
OT. Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, Altitude going into the snake on the break. I think it works. They lose their Dorito player, but they are in the snake.
Okay. All right. They got 4.
I'll take
the snake.
I'll take that.
The snake now.
I'll take the snake at the cost of a Dorito player. Oh, Dorito 3 already for BR Factory. They're going back to their bag of tricks from earlier in the match. This snake tower for Altitude is in a world of trouble. He's got to move forward. You're not going to live staying there.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Yeah, you got to get out of there. He's attempting to merge his soul with his tower right now. And there he is. He's dead. All right. Number 20, Chamber here is their probably best hope for pulling this out for Altitude. He gets past the tower trap.
Oh, you know he's there.
Right into a gun. We're just looking at the mini temple. Just the mini temple now for Denver Altitude. That's it.
Did BR lose anybody?
Not that I've seen.
I see 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no. The Altitude player moves into the mini Dorito. No, why? No one listens to me. All right. Denver Altitude's going to get wiped off the field on that one. Good point for BR Factory. They're going to win this thing in overtime. What a back and forth match.
Yeah,
though.
that was a tight game. They went up. They went down 3 and came back to OT. That's solid.
And then BR Factory managed to put that last point on the board to get it back. That was what a great match.
Love seeing good paintball like this.
Altitude's being very slow and conservative to hit that buzzer.
This is BR's first semi-pro season, right? They just came up from D2, I believe. I think they won the series in D2 or they won Cup. One or the other.
Give me a minute, and I think I can answer that. BR Factory did, in fact, you are correct. They were D2 first place overall last year. So they're coming up here to semi-pro, continuing their success.
So when we moved from D2 to semi-pro, the same 4 teams that – no, it was D3. The same 4 teams from D3 were the same top teams in D2, and then from D2 we all went to semi-pro, and then now it's just a semi-pro battle, and we –
Yeah. Well, there are some success stories coming on here to semi-pro. Obviously, Paintball Fit went and did kind of the incredible last year, winning World Cup, coming in semi-pro into pro. PB Fit, really good team, but they have a lot to prove that it wasn't a fluke, which I think they can do. They're kind of a special team.
Those boys work so hard.
Yep. We got this season, we got Leverage and Royal City Sea Dogs that moved up.
Yeah, let's see how they do.
I don't think they had a great day yesterday.
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
I think I've looked at the scores.
Yep, Leverage is 3-0 or 0-3. Mm-hmm. They had 2 1-point games.
I mean, welcome to pros. It's tough. You're not going to get freebies. Ooh, almost a false start there, but they pull it back. Brawl 5 alive. Looks like 5 alive for both teams. Brawl with a relatively conservative breakout, still doubled up at home. I believe we have a gun issue for one of the Brawl home players. Yeah, it's not your air, sir. Check your eyes and check your board. There we go. Brawl home back in the game. First kill goes to Brawl. Wrecking Crew player walking off. We're at 3.5 minutes. Brawl needs 3 points. I need to see attacking. If they have any hope to win this match or even tie it up, I need to see bodies moving up the field right now. Wrecking Crew is content to just be in kind of conserve mode. All they got to do is kill clock. Brawl loses a player getting into that D1. They are into Snake now. They're going to refill D1 again. I believe we're tied up 4-4.
Man, that's like that earlier. You know he didn't get shot, and he's going to check him.
He's giving away
oh, yeah. I
a
don't
big
think they
move.
even knew, man.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but...
DeJesus just took one, but it bounced. I saw one come off his side. He flinched, but it bounced. Now he's asking for a check, and he's going to get pulled. This is falling apart for Brawl.
Right in the butthole.
Yeah, I saw that. Made me wonder if he got shot by a teammate. This is the last Brawl player trying to do a miracle. I'm sorry, there's still a Dorito player for Brawl, so 2 Brawl players alive.
So the 2-on-1?
Big move by Brawl up into that Dorito 50. Now there's a
running.
launch. Yeah, launch.
Got him.
He got him. He's live. Kusamoto doesn't know. Kusamoto's going to take a walk.
Dang. That was a baller move right there.
Great launch. Yeah, great launch by that Wrecking Crew player.
The reaction time's on point.
So Wrecking Crew is going to try to milk the clock by not hitting the buzzer. Technically, the Brawl coach should be toweling out to save clock, but there's not much point. They're going to go down.
No, they just need to let it run. And
Yeah,
it's a 3-point spread.
Yeah, they're going to go down by 4 here in a second with 1.5 minutes on the clock. Maybe just let the clock run out.
5.
Yeah, I don't know Brawl's situation if they even have if point differential matters for them trying to get in. Brawl is coming into the day 1-1. They're going to drop to 1-2, so I don't think point differential means much.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be it. Well, they did towel out of that one. Brawl's willing to roll back out with 1:14 on the clock.
Trying to make sure we're not playing right now. That would suck. No, they're still playing.
Next time I see you, you're going to be without your jersey. Kick you off the team. All right, Wrecking Crew up by 4 points. We are in X-ball, so we got a minute and a half downtime before the next point. Brawl did okay, kind of coming back there early on, but Wrecking Crew reasserted their dominance and walked away with it.
Yeah. Wrecking Crew's a hard team to come back to when you're down already.
Yeah. Brawl did it. I mean, they started to. They tied it up momentarily, but then Wrecking Crew just walked away with it. Yeah. So good work by Wrecking Crew. Again, I expect them to be one of the teams competing for first place
for sure.
This year.
They're a good team.
You might see them in pro next year. We'll see how it goes. There you go. One of our sponsors again, Pittsburgh Paintball Supply with a new JT Mastodon. I believe it's exclusive to them. I don't think that they have access to that drop anywhere else.
We got to go play those guys, and I'm here in a minute. I'll play them next.
You were so close to calling them something other than guys. I felt you.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Yeah, there was a real danger word coming there a second ago.
Probably. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Dude, when I was younger,
to me,
what,
you're still
what was your punishment when you were a kid and you messed up? Like, what would your parents do? They spank you?
Oh, definitely take the TV away and ground you in your room.
Okay, so
Yeah.
nothing bad.
I mean, I wasn't from an abusive household. If that's the story you're about to tell me.
Well, no. I mean,
we're about to hear some stuff.
I definitely got my mouth brushed with soap. Like if he would put soap on my toothbrush and make me brush my teeth.
No way, that's so old
if
school.
I said like, "Dang it" or something like that. Oh yeah.
Wow, your dad is old school.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, Wrecking Crew on the left. They're in dominant. They lose a body immediately, go to that mini temple snake side. Oh, there's going to be a minor. Wrecking Crew's going to lose a couple bodies. They're going to have 2 alive almost immediately.
They've got this whole side clear. They just go.
Yeah, Brawl. I mean, this is for pride now for Brawl. They might as well. Another minor. This is a free point for Brawl. The refs couldn't even get to pull that last Wrecking Crew player before the Brawl player just dumped him. Wow. Is that a minute? That's about a 30-second point. Right? We were at 1:14 to begin that. That's about a 30-second point. Well done by Brawl.
That's what happens when you shoot people off the break.
Yeah. 2 minors is going to help that also. Well, Brawl's going to bring it to 4-7. That's still 3 points in 42 seconds that has to be scored. I'm still not extremely hopeful for Brawl's chances on this. But
At least they're evening out the score a little bit.
yeah,
Because like if they go in Mercy Wheeler next match, it might help.
might help.
2-2 with high point margin.
And you know what? They're getting in more spins.
Yeah.
That's good too. By the way, speaking of that, so a lot of these teams are going to go from here, probably yourself included, and play some other regional or local leagues, which means you're going to be playing this. You're going to continue to play this layout for another month or two.
I literally get back on Tuesday, and I get on a plane Thursday, and I go to Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, literally 2 tournaments back to back.
And you'll probably be playing this layout.
Oh yeah, it is this layout. Yeah,
Right?
Arturo puts the same layout up from the previous NXL because they're right after each other normally.
So there's definitely values in getting more. There's value in getting more spins on this layout because you're going to be using this layout for the next couple months.
Yeah, when I went down there, they haven't played on the layout yet, and I just played Cup. So I played, 3 weeks on the layout, and I'm like, and then we won. So I'm like, cool. I knew what we were doing on that layout.
You knew every inch of it.
Yeah.
All right, game after this, you're going to see P-Mob versus Denver Altitude.
That'll be a good one.
BR Factory versus Texas Demolition. And Wrecking? No, I'm jumping way ahead.
Jesters.
P-Mob versus Jackpot. Clutch City Oilers versus Virginia Vendetta. I cannot read.
I'm interested to see the Wrecking Crew and Jesters game because
That should be a good one. That should be a banger.
They have. Let's see what Jesters look like.
Behind the scenes, one of the Jesters tell me that's the game that they're psyched for.
Mm-hmm. They should be.
20 seconds.
So Jesters are currently,
I believe 2-1.
2-1
Yeah, they dropped their game this morning.
against Clutch City.
Yep,
1
the
point
Oilers.
game.
10 seconds.
Oh, my mom's texting me.
Uh-oh. Did she hear you swear on air?
Hopefully
All right. Brawl playing for pride here. They're down by 3 points with 42 seconds on the clock.
I only see 4 Wrecking Crew players.
Do they
I only see 4 Wrecking Crew players.
And then one walking off.
I see 3. So Brawl has.
No, there's
Nope.
4. There's 4. Not there. The other shot. There's 4 Wrecking Crew players. After losing that one.
Oh.
Brawl is sending it, man. They're just throwing bodies up the middle. All right, we're at 15 seconds. Brawl has lost too many bodies in that. There's a little bit of an attempt at a counter push. Ooh. Okay. All right. My heart rate went up there. I don't know if you remember Colton Dahl last year springboarding himself off
Launched
the bunker.
himself.
Yeah, so when I see a New York Wrecking Crew player racing at the box like that, it's a little dangerous. All right. Anyways, they're going to get that point. I cannot believe they're going to play a 4-second
They're
point.
not going to play it. They can't
No.
play 4-second point.
No, that should be it, folks.
What's the rule for that? Under 6?
I believe it's under 10, but we saw earlier today when it was 9 seconds on the clock, and both
I think
coaches,
both teams have to agree to play it.
and both coaches were talking about whether they want to play it, and they did play it. They played a 9-second game.
Yeah, because we were.
Game stop.
Yeah, Shock was going to play the 9-second point that they had, but then they didn't play it.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up that match. We saw some really exciting stuff on both sides of it. Congratulations to Wrecking Crew. That was a pretty dominant win. Who are you playing next?
Pittsburgh Mastodons.
Pittsburgh Mastodons.
Yeah.
Good team again.
Yep, they're a
Yeah.
good team. We've played them almost every event last year. They were the Pittsburgh Saints last year, but now I guess they're working with the Mastodon people, and they got a group.
Yeah. Well, good luck in that.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much for joining
Appreciate
us.
for having me.
You people at home are lucky to have Logan once again. Wish him luck in his next match. Thank you so much. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.